What is up? What is happening, good people? Welcome back to the pod.
Yes, welcome back to the Just Living podcast, you guys. My name is Upoponzele.
And I am the PK.
That's if you don't know, which I know a lot of you guys subscribed right now already know that. Thank you so much for everyone who subscribed right now. We're still on a road to 100 subscribers.
Is it 100? We said 100, hey?
We're still on the road to 100 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe and help us reach 100 subscribers.
Subscribe, guys.
And if you want to know what this podcast is about, well,
just tell them that we're just living.
We're just living.
Just living part, man.
If you want to know, or if anyone else wants to know what this podcast is about, just let them know that
we're just living.
We're just living.
We're just living.
All right, baby. What's this one about?
Well, this one is a fishy one. Can I even say it's a fishy one?
It is a fishy one.
It involves certain items which could break a relationship. It involves the phone.
It's the cell phone arguments, guys. Today we're
talking about
the cell phone arguments.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously,
I'm with my guys on this one. So
you better not be with your guys.
I'm kidding. I am with my guys though. I'm editing.
If you're with the guys, I'm gonna be with the bad bitches.
I'm kidding.
I'm gonna be with the girlies.
You guys always just go deeper,
with the
much
baddies.
deeper than supposed to. Yeah.
I'm joking. Basically, we're talking about the cell phone arguments, as we've already mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
This was a topic that PK and I related to a lot. Very early on in our relationship, we had a cell phone argument.
We had a couple
of cell phone arguments.
Yeah.
So we thought, you know what, this is super relatable. And why not dig into it?
Yeah.
But before we get into, we wanted to do a mini story time. But before we get into it, we just wanted to give you guys a bit of insights on more or less what the world thinks about it. So we got a statement from elitedaily.com and it talks extensively about like relationship stuff. So we got like a little paragraph from there that I think might be an interesting one to do with today's conversation. So I'm gonna give it a read. Elite Daily states that for the most part, the temptation to go through your partner's phone wouldn't exist on its own. This curiosity is usually an indication of something else that needs addressing. That kind of suspicious curiosity could be projection, according to House. So in quotes, it says, oftentimes the person who actually suspects something inappropriate is happening is the one doing the inappropriate acts. It's top of their mind because it's their own actions. That's interesting.
Yeah. And they also say that once you've checked with yourself and made sure that it isn't simply a case of projection, you can dig a little deeper into why you're struggling to trust, your partner or yourself. It's yourself, eh?
Is it yourself?
Yes, so.
Your significant other.
Your partner, basically. So according to House, it may be your instincts that are telling you something is up. If every time you see them on their phone, you wonder who they're communicating with or what they're looking at, she says this may be your gut warning you that something is wrong.
I know the girlies can relate on the gut part, okay? Because
and it's time to talk to your partner about what you're seeing, feeling. So
the girlies have gut instincts.
But I feel like girlies always have gut instincts, man. Feelings. You guys, it's from past relationships. Like,
is it though?
Yeah.
Is it though, babe?
Guys have nothing to hide.
Babe,
what? Okay,
come on.
Guys might have something to hide.
Babe, the gut
Everyone
instinct,
has something to hide.
The gut instinct is so real.
Huh?
The gut instinct is so real, though.
No, it definitely is. But you know what the gut instinct is? It's the change in behavior of your partner.
You think so?
Yeah, that's the only kind of. It might be subtle, but
also because it's subtle, you can't really call it a change in behavior, but your mind is
that's
recording
why it's like
it.
Your gut, like something's wrong. Yeah, definitely a change in behavior.
Well, the gut instinct tells us, child.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so we're going to get into a little story time. I thought that those 2 paragraphs were really interesting because it just looks at 2 different perspectives in which this situation, could be relevant in a relationship. It could be projection, or it really could be your gut telling you that something is off, corner in the off. Yeah.
Okay. All right, go, mommy. Story time. Tell them what you did. Tell them what you did. Okay, there's so many. Like, which one are you gonna say?
Okay, I went through PK's phone a couple of times. He's been through my phone once or twice.
I think twice.
Was it twice?
Was it twice? I think it's twice, and you've gone through mine like 4 times.
Has it been? Yeah, it was about 4.
But it was like during.
I mean, it was more or less the same amount. Was it the same number of times?
But the second year, hey.
It was second year of our relationship? No.
But now 2018. No,
was it 2017?
It was 2017.
No, not at 16. It's 16 too. No?
16. Oh, I guess it was like the first year.
It was basically the first. I think it normally starts around the 6-month mark. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not saying go through your partner's phone, but I'm saying that around the 6-month mark, you should start asking your partner questions. Like if you feel like this is someone who's your potential, someone that you see a future with. Because I think around the 6-month mark, you can kind of feel if this is a relationship you'd like to pursue.
If it's going to be long term.
Yeah, if it's going to be long term. So I think it's a good time to ask your partner, are you busy with anyone?
But I feel like... what was I going to say? I feel like... this thing passed my mind now.
Yeah.
I was going to say that you actually have to see via the actions when... before that conversation even pulls up. I mean, that conversation usually pulls up when certain actions are being kind of like... when you're seeing certain things. Because, I mean, there's the honeymoon phase and then there's the kind of like regular...
Yeah. I'd say the honeymoon phase, I don't know for other people, but the honeymoon phase for us was about 3 months, maybe 2 months.
About up until December-ish, January.
Was that all honeymoon?
I mean, like December.
We were, because I feel like, I guess it depends on how you define honeymoon phase.
Yeah.
Because for me, it's that weird, delightful phase, but like an argument hasn't happened and you guys aren't aren't as yet free to talk about what actually irks you guys.
About 3 months, hey.
So I think about 3 months in, we could actually say, actually that's annoying, or
no, for sure.
So what I was saying is that around the 6-month mark, I think that it's important to start having that conversation with your partner. See what his vibe is he serious? Don't throw him into marriage, girl or boy. Don't be like marriage vibes, but just like if this is someone you can see yourself building something with, then I think it's a good time to. So around the 6-month mark, that's how I was feeling, right? I was feeling like this has been going well, where's
it leading, where's it going, basically.
So I want to know who you are away from me, kind of thing. Is that wrong?
That is very wrong. I mean, obviously, we don't condone the
it's not
infringement of privacy.
Yes.
You should not go through your partner's phone whoever you are.
Yes. But babe, after I've gone through your phone, which is the most important argument? The fact that I found something or the fact that I infringed on your privacy? Because I feel like that's always a back and forth. It
needs to be addressed that what you did was not cool.
Is that the first thing that needs to be addressed, though?
That is the first thing.
Even when something wrong was found, love?
Why? You need to say, I admit, I effed up. This is not right. But I had my insecurities and my insecurities were right. At least say something like that. Don't be defensive.
Before going into finding something.
It. I mean, I'd say don't do it. Just ask your partner.
Okay, I know you're going to say don't do it, but we're going to do it. It's like the chances are people are going to do it.
Yeah,
not anymore, like not us anymore, because obviously I think we have moved past that phase. Babe.
Passcode. The phone thing is such a length. Yeah.
But I think that okay, so you think that it's best for you to kind of start it out with I know what I did was wrong, but I found something.
Yeah, I think that's what I said.
I think I found something. we're going to deal with the fact that I was wrong later. Mara, I found something. Because why did I find something?
Yeah. Because how, you know what it is.
No, baby.
The viewers know what it is.
Mini story time. So, this is 6 months into our relationship, more or less.
Yeah, it's about 6 months. Yeah,
it's about 6 months into our relationship. So we've previously discussed that this is obviously the time where comfort is. This is the time where we want to know if your partner is ready, or you know, if you see a future. Yeah. So that's around the time this happened for us as well. It was like, you know, what's this person about? So.
It happened to her first.
Yeah, it happened to me first, but I'll be honest, I've been through PK's phone a couple more times.
And I have been through hers too.
He's been through mine too. He's been through mine too.
A couple times, 3, 4 times.
So we've had this argument both ways. So I remember the first time going. Bless you, baby.
Thank you.
Okay, I remember the first time going through. Bless you.
Thank you, lovely.
I remember the first time going through your phone.
Yeah.
I don't know if you were asleep. Obviously, you weren't near your phone.
Yeah. I think I was taking a bath or something, if I'm not mistaken.
But I don't think it was an insecurity thing.
Yeah.
I think I wanted to know which isn't good, but I wanted to know who you were when I wasn't around. Yeah. And I wanted to know how you rip me when I'm not around. You know?
Yeah.
Like, am I at that point in your life where I'm like, to my face, you obviously are so good. So
I'm the boyfriend number one.
You're the boyfriend winner, like, you know, and I wanted to know that was the same elsewhere.
Yeah.
Which, in reflection, I would have done it differently.
Wouldn't that be insecurity?
Definitely some insecurity, because I should have just known, I guess, or I could have just known, or just been confident and trusted you that you were ripping me well, and that, you know, you were exactly the person you are with me, behind doors as in front of people as well.
Yeah.
But I didn't trust that. So more distrust than insecurity, but a mixture of both. So I go through his phone, and I've done it a couple of times, and what I found there, you guys, was not relationships. Thank God. Oh, Father Jesus. Thank God I didn't find a wife in there from Port Shepstone or a baby mama.
Yeah. We don't do that in Port Shepstone.
I told you husbands are found in Port Shepstone. I told you. Anyway, but I did find conversations that were just too friendly, too flirtatious.
Borderline.
Much very single behavior.
Sometimes,
single behavior though. Like single behavior. Like you didn't move like a person who was in a serious relationship, you know?
Yeah.
And obviously like flirtation. Even it wasn't it's so like the line is so thin between like inappropriateness and flirtatiousness versus like straight up cheating, but it was like that gray area where it's like
but
this
I never
is still not okay.
There's not one scenario I never denied you.
Excuse me?
What? I never said I don't have a girlfriend.
Oh, okay, true.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
okay,
I never said I'm single.
Okay, true.
Yeah.
That doesn't give you points though.
I'm not. Okay.
The girlies don't mind if you have a girlfriend or not. You are the one who has to mind.
But some people
you know?
actually like deny.
Did some people be like, okay, now I'll stay away from you because I know you have a girlfriend?
I think probably one, maybe I delayed to tell them. Mistakenly delayed to tell them. So, but after I did though,
coincidentally forgot to say he had a serious girlfriend in his life. Yeah. Sorry guys, but this is experiences we've learned from. So we're laughing now, but we definitely did feel bad about it. It wasn't nice. It wasn't cute. It's definitely not nice hurting other people's feelings, each other, or the people that, you know, we happen to be or you happen to be involved with
We're all
or
involved
playing.
with them now. Kidding. I'm kidding. We're joking about it, but yeah, it's definitely serious.
Yeah. We're joking about it now,
Yeah.
but it definitely wasn't a small thing. I don't want to be insensitive to, you know, the people that were on the other side of this. You know, I think I've been a girl in that situation probably once or twice. I don't know, maybe. Yeah. I don't know, maybe. But yeah. So, then I see these like too friendly, too, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that was what upset me, because why are you so friendly and so like you're just not moving like you're in a relationship with me? You know what I mean?
No, for sure.
And
South Coast energy.
yeah, and so you kind of single until asked, or single until seen, or you know, you don't really disclose. I don't know. It's like is that a guy thing?
I think it's a guy thing, man. You know, Pella, with the guys, with the boys, man. It's always about the numbers. You know, gotta stack them up. You gotta stack them up. So, the more girls you have in your inbox, or more girls you have, you know.
So that was basically the mentality.
Yeah. The better rep you have.
I get that.
But the
So,
streets suck.
like, the streets suck.
It's cold in the streets.
And then obviously you went through my phone as well.
I think let's talk about what you said to me when you found out.
Okay, valid.
Yeah.
I can't remember what I said to you, baby.
Yeah, you were very upset at me and wanted to discuss the issue at hand, and not that you actually went through my phone.
Okay.
So I was asking you, why did you go through my phone?
The argument went, you know, I went through your phone and I found 1 and 2 and 3 and basically why, you know, and I'm annoyed. And his response is, why did you go through my phone?
It's my phone.
Baby. So I don't know, like, is that a valid response, or is it also an element of defensiveness in it?
I feel like the main part, or not in the main part, the whatever was found in evidence can be gone through a bit later, but we need to address Leoguti. You violated my trust.
So you don't think you were being defensive?
No, it's not defense. I mean, it's a wrong that you did, which you need to acknowledge right then there. But you went through my phone. That one needs to be addressed right now.
So I think we definitely at a crossroads with that, or we were at a crossroads with that, because that's what the constant argument was. Obviously, he still feels like it's more important to address the fact that I did violate his trust like that, and I did go through his phone.
Yeah.
Well, as for me, I'm not even at that point yet, because I am at the part where you are talking to someone else, or you know, vibing, or just being way too flirtatious with girls, you know. And we obviously went back and forth. I can't even remember how we reached.
I think I explained. But, you know, with relationships, especially this relationship, there's a lot of learning that I had to do with a lot of things in Jay-Z, especially with like girls which are your friends, and where the line is. Like I learned a lot of that here, and how it's not cool and stuff.
That's true, baby. I mean,
no, that's true.
I know it's like the bare minimum, but like I'd like to actually kind of not commend you, but like shout out for actually not being stuck in your stubborn ways, and actually being like, okay, I mean, if this is what you're saying, then I guess I can take a look at it and change how I'm doing things, you know. Or I mean, another reaction could have just been, you could have just gotten better at hiding it. You know, and you could have stuck onto, you know, the boys mentality instead of actually
addressing the issue.
Yeah,
no, for sure.
Which is cool. Like it's cool.
No, for sure. So I also went through her phone, but for me it was sparked by a text that I saw on there. So I investigated like the man I am. I need to investigate
stuff. First of all, I'm very innocent, and I don't even know what he's talking about. So
I saw a text which was very, very borderline, or very on the fence. And
do you remember what it said?
I can't even remember what it said. I probably had screenshots still, because I keep
yeah, okay. So I think I can't remember what it said either. But what I will say is, when you're single, and I know a lot of girls can relate to this, but when you're single, your guy friends, you guys communicate like way different to how you should when you're in a relationship, or how you would if you're in a relationship. Like when you're single, your guy friend can say they love you, and it's not when you're single, babe. When you're single,
that was another thing that was just a
when you're single,
like,
but that's obviously not okay when you're in a relationship. Like I'm admitting to that. Like there are new boundaries and you know, healthy boundaries and respecting of your partner and your relationship that needs to come into play. But babe, the same way when you were single, you wouldn't operate the same. Like if you're single, you're not holding back on saying that someone looked cute. Like you're not holding back on giving you look sexy compliment to a girl because you're single, even though you guys are friends. But like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's very touchy. Like I don't want to make it sound okay. I don't want to make it sound, do you know what I mean? Like I don't want to take away from the responsibility and the wrongness of it. But when you're single, it's just not that deep because you don't have a responsibility for someone else's feelings. You don't have a care for someone else's feelings because you're single, you know? So then you go into a relationship and now the people that you guys are so used to communicating this way and it was okay when you were single, that becomes a very icky area and it's an area that you actually need to clean up, both girl and boy.
For sure.
You need to tidy up. Like you need to tidy up. You have to.
I saw this text. I waited for her to go to the kitchen or somewhere. I can't remember where she was going, and I just kind of went in there, looked around. I'm like, oh, okay. And there was a photo too of the gent. I was like, oh, okay. Oh, Utin Lona. Oh, they're communicating with your then best friend. No, oh, okay. And then I closed it, and then I think I waited like an hour or I don't know, an hour, whatever. But I waited, and then I kind of confronted you, like, what's this? And you know, and then she gave me a fake ass story, which I told her, Uti, this is a fake ass story. Whatever you say, and she was very adamant about it. I can't remember how we resolved it, but a year or I think it's a year or
probably a year
or later on. I reminded her. I was like, remember that story you told me? That was BS, right? Because I knew from that day it was BS, and she involved a friend. How her friend was sending his picture to this guy, so he's trying to. I think the friend was trying to get a feel for him, so. She was asking her or whatever, and I'm like, and then obviously she admitted like, nah, it was BS. Guys, that's when we were obviously in a very good place.
Guys, I think it was a case where I was trying to hide something that wasn't so bad but still not bad, and then trying to cover it made it worse, and then the lie looked worse. Do you know what I mean? Because I was like, trying to exactly like
imagine when you got something on the side
something it wasn't something on the I didn't say something on the side like it's a whole person that I was vibing with.
You were not cheating. Let me say that she wasn't physically cheating with another gent, like doing stuff, you know, but certain comments were made about the gent. Obviously not like, oh, he looks so good. No, that would be very weird if I'm very like jealous of that. But it was just like very borderline. So I really wish we could get into the specific scenario because I can't remember, but I can't remember most of them, but
I know I got caught up.
Those receipts.
I did that thing where I got caught up trying to cover up something that was small, and really if I was actually honest about it, it would have just been like, okay, you know, I'm wrong. I obviously would have had to be responsible for being wrong, and we would have had to fix that, and I would have had to be the wrong one, and I didn't want to be the wrong one type of thing. And so then I covered it with a lie that just made it worse. And then once you've covered it with the lie that he didn't even believe, it was now difficult to track back to the truth, because now the truth is going to sound, I don't know, like I'm lying again, because it was and it was so dumb, like so dumb, not good, not okay to be doing in a relationship, not taking away from that, but so dumb, like just so immature, like
Yeah.
I really wish I could give you guys what the comments were, because then I think you guys would get a vibe of like what I meant by just, it was so dumb. Like,
yeah, and that was like the first one, and I feel like that was a dumb one. I can't remember what your other one where I went through your phone. I think it was one of your friends where I thought you and your friend were secretly in love with each other.
He thought me and my friend were secretly in love with each other, because that's the one where he sent. That's the one where he sent an "I love you" text. It was something like "love you." It was something like "love you, Pearly," or something like that. But you also told me another
story about what would you do if your friend is on his deathbed and he's got like a terminal illness, and he says he loves you. Would you kind of, I don't know, like something weird like that? But I was like, somehow it made sense to me. It was okay. Kusho 1 + 1 = 2. There's an investigation.
So I asked you about a completely odd scenario, and then you took
it. Yes, I linked it. Because that's what I do. I link stuff. I linked it. Yes. Stop laughing at me.
I'm not, baby.
Okay, it was probably during my vulnerable times. Okay? Yeah. Because what happened with us, I think we've said this before, where she was the kind of more clingy one. I'm using the word loosely. And I was like, oh, I'm not into it. Like, you two kind of clingy. And then she let go. And then I started feeling some type of way, like hold up, and then I started becoming like the very clingy one.
It was during that moment.
So I think it was during that time.
It was during that time where he hated. Guys, it's like PK fought with the fact that he was into me, or he fought with the fact that, he fought with the fact that I'm the girl I am.
Anyway,
no, I'm joking. I don't want to make it light, but he fought so hard with the fact that he was actually catching genuine feelings for someone or opening up to someone, and that is a completely different that's a completely different topic on its own. But he definitely, it was difficult for him to open up. So I think you didn't want to open up and then feel disappointed for doing so, or feel dumb or played for doing so.
It always happens when you start accepting or being open, like, I like you, something, or I love you.
Yeah, that's the standard. Hey,
it's
something
like,
always comes.
It's like when you make a sweeping declaration, Jay, something's about to happen.
Yeah. That was actually the mentality. I think that's a mentality for a lot of us when we start dating. Like, we just think the minute you actually do open up, especially on the guy side, you think that the minute you actually open up, that's when her true colors are going to show. That's when she's going to do something to hurt you, or that's when stuff is just going to go down, and then now you're going to have to be hurt when you could have just not opened up that whole time, basically.
But when I think back now, the majority of my texts, like her going through and whatever she was finding, it was literally me being borderline, because I just remember this one text when a friend of mine was coming over, and I kind of sent her a text saying, what did I say? I said, heads up, my girlfriend.
Heads up, my girlfriend.
There's just some borderline friends, man. Okay. There's some borderline friends.
To go is to see.
So she kind of saw that. I guess I didn't close my app.
No, what happened was the girl responded and it popped up because your WhatsApp on your Sony popped up.
Okay.
That's what happened. So I'm seeing this response from this girl that I'm supposed to be meeting, who's his friend, right? And I'm seeing this, actually, it's funny the way it happened, you guys. It was hilarious. So he goes outside to pick up this girl, like to open the gate for her. I'm left in the room. I think I was getting dressed or something.
Yeah.
Because I was probably in like a t-shirt, like that's normally what I hung out on, like an exercise t-shirt or whatever. So I'm getting dressed, and then this thing pops up, and it's her responding to Thingy to his text about his girlfriend or something like that. So then I click on that because I'm like, what? And this girl's coming up. So I click on it, and then I see man, there was a text, a pre-warning here to this.
Some girls are just weird. Guys don't know, but yeah.
I know.
We went. past
Okay,
all of
but
that.
also, Lovey, I mean, yes, some girls are weird, but like, don't not take responsibility for also like enabling.
Yes,
because there is a percentage of enabling that kind of behavior, you know.
True. I learned that.
And so,
they kind of need to know that you in a committed relationship or you're in a serious relationship.
Yes,
they
and
kind
you
of
need
need to respect that too.
Yeah,
you know,
respect
'cause
the
obviously
boundaries
wouldn't
you've
do that
placed.
to their man or their person. But also, how would you feel if your girlfriend did that? Like you're getting a text.
Yeah.
I can't have my boyfriends here. I'd also lose it. Like I'd also be like, hold on. What do you mean I'm here? Kwenzakalani ngani?
I like to think that I'm the type of girl that reacts aggressively to conflict and like just wants to go at it, you know.
You're saying you're not the type.
I don't think I am.
No, you're not.
Not in our experience, at least. Like I don't think my
Sure.
history shows that I am. I kind of want to mellow down and collect information. Like it's weird, but. So I get this text and then we go outside to this girl now and everyone's just hanging on the staircase with her friends and stuff. And the whole time there's just smucky comments, just like little belittling, little jabs and hits happening. And I'm there like in my mind, like there is no way a girl that clearly knows she's just your friend would feel the need to do that to me. Like no one would feel the need to diminish me unless they felt like we were in some form of competition or some form of thing where she felt like she needed to do that.
Yeah.
So that to me was a sign uguti this friend's not just a friend, or this friendship has lots of red lines and like I'm crossing over boundaries, you know, because if you're crossing over boundaries with someone, that's the only reason they'd react the way they reacted, you know?
Yeah, no, for sure.
So that's kind of also a story on its own, but basically, I addressed it, and we were able to kind of find a solid place with it, and he got rid of the friendship, cut it off, and it was that like he really did just say, if you cannot respect my boundaries that I have with this person and the fact that this is my girlfriend, then I cannot be a friend. And I think the girl did admit that she won't be able to respect those boundaries, and then that's kind of how the friendship fizzled out. So yeah, guys, that's our mini story time. I know we didn't go into the deepest of details, but I think we also want to respect the other parties involved. I don't think we want this to sound like a gossip sesh. It really is just personal, what we went through and what we learned from the experience.
I think let's just touch on a few points that obviously we learned. Obviously not to go through someone's phone, but I think the phone thing is a conversation, man, like with everything. It's a conversation that you kind of need to have with your partner. Like, hey, I saw this text, obviously I wasn't meaning to, but can you just elaborate what it was? It's making me feel a certain type of way. Maybe you can even start it like that, you know, make it into a conversation. And I think the reason, I did say this, the majority of the reason is because I was borderline, because I wasn't fully in the relationship, you know what I'm saying? So definitely
that's something tough to even admit, like just to yourself, that like you're kind of stringing someone along, like you're not really whole foot in, because it's so difficult to be all in.
So definitely I think when it does get serious, also get serious, you know, and I think it's important to have the sit down with your partner that you know, is this serious, are we moving forward, so that both people actually become serious in the relationship.
Did you feel like once you had all of yourself in this relationship, that it was easier to operate, like easier to be more stern with your relationship stance and your boundaries?
It wasn't easy at start because it's different. It's not who I am. I'm friendly with all my lady friends, you know, and I was just, so mind, you're kind of like treading that territory which was kind of unknown-ish, you know. I kind of had to.
I think I want to also say, you were very you were a very caring friend. Like you were a very caring friend, like that borderline line was so blurry, because sometimes I feel like you did, I mean, naturally that part of you does just want to be there for someone when something
for sure.
is happening in their lives, or you really connect a lot to people that way, and you're able to kind of help them through dark patches. That's kind of something you do have. But
no, for sure. So I kind of had to look at it at a different perspective. You know, I had to put on the lens of, if this was done to me, like you kind of we talked about, like how would I feel, you know? So now I'm kind of like, I use that as the kind of meter, you know, like, would I be fine with this? Would I, you know, would I be fine if you did something like this and stuff? So if I'd be fine, then I'm doing it, you know, kind of thing.
I want to know, how did the cleanup of your phone go? Like, how do you do that? Are you sitting there on a Saturday like,
no.
Let me just
No.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I think it just happens because as you are borderline, and your friends are also borderline, you kind of just like clean up a bit, like, you know, and it always comes across as you just being the Sour Patch man or something. No one wants to be the Sour Patch or the
the not cool
pooper.
guy.
It's like, because we're like, oh man, you're like, you know. So you do become like the sour guy, but like
I definitely relate to that. You definitely become the you were so cool. Like, what's happening? Like, you're so
like,
uptight now.
Yeah,
you have to go through that patch.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, and it's always attributed to obviously being in a relationship. Man, just because you're in a relationship.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, yes, it's true. I am in a relationship.
Also, the way that
you do need to respect my partner, like how she respects everyone, but also the opposite is also the same. Like his friends, her friends have to respect the relationship, and she makes sure, since she is the link between them and me, obviously needs to respect. She kind of needs to
be the one to
make sure that it does happen. You know,
I think I also had I had a get in line or get cut off thing. Like, it was like, actually, this is it. I was like, it was more like, okay, dude, you can't say that to me. And it was like, why not? I was like, okay, I know you are obviously not getting it. Okay, it's fine. Delete number. It's okay. It's not deep. Like, it's not personal, but just if I remember this was a line we said a lot. We said, and it wasn't like attitudey to the other person, but remember we said, if they're not for our relationship, then they have no reason to be in our lives.
Yeah, but and also that it was a discussion, man. It wasn't like go to me and me and
it wasn't like he's there. How you actually don't even know. You actually don't even know who I cut off.
No, I don't even know.
You actually don't even know. Like the way it wasn't even a conversation. I think I just was like, I hear you, I respect you, I'm gonna fix that, and you don't even know. Like I'm the one who actually did the cleaning up and the fixing and the cutting off and the, you know, neatening up on my side, and you know that this is the person I am now. I'm this new person who has combined their lives with someone else, and if you're not okay with that, or if you threaten this bubble, this happiness, this trust, I can't have anything to do with you, you know?
That's how we kind of filtered them. Like, if they not for this, then nah, sorry.
I didn't go through how you cleaned up, but I did go through one specific person.
Who's that?
The girl that you cut off. Because...
Wait, was that another one?
No, the same one.
Thing I'm saying is was that another go through phone without me knowing?
No, I've told you. I've told you, but I do want to tell people because they're watching also. After the girl, like, because I had met her and the way she was acting towards me, I started feeling a little bit insecure and a little bit uncomfortable, you know, with not knowing confidently what his stance was, like not knowing confidently if he represents me well, represents us well, prides, you know, if he reps us, do you know what I mean? I was worried that with that specific girl there might still be blurry lines, and I needed that one last look. Like after he had said, you know, it's actually all neatened up, I fixed it and stuff. I needed that one last look, which is not, again, like I wouldn't recommend it. I'm just kind of honestly kind of telling you guys where I was coming from, and that I did do it, you know. And I looked at that conversation, and I saw him really take charge and just be like, and not take charge in a manly way, but just take charge of the fact that he is the one in the relationship. He is responsible for how everything goes. And I saw that chat between them, and I was like, okay, actually, I'm done. I don't need to go through your phone anymore. I can trust you.
Yeah.
It's good. Like, we're good. Like, literally, I've seen you now act the way I want my partner to act, whether I'm there or not. And now I don't have anything else to look for, you know?
Yeah.
But in terms of what I learned personally, I learned that I also can't have it both ways. I wanted you to commit before I cleaned up. I wanted, and that's such a terrible thing. But I wanted you to be all in first, before I can tidy up. But that's actually not the way it's supposed to go. I'm supposed to tidy up first. Then when I come to you and I'm asking you to open up to me and I'm asking you to be real with me, it's because I know that even when you're at the back, even when you're not around, there's nothing that would make you feel not secure in this relationship or not secure in this union. Yeah, so I absolutely, you know, took that seriously, and I cleaned up a lot and stuff. And I think by the time we were engaged, I must actually say a lot of the people that kind of I used to play basketball with, a lot of them also kind of got into line, saw good, okay, this is actually someone's wife now or someone's fiance. It's not the same as, you know, the Mongiwe that you would just address and just be like, you know, willy-nilly and stuff, you know.
For sure. Yeah. So what would you say the conclusion of this whole topic is regarding phones?
I would say the conclusion is that yes, sometimes it is a reflection of what you might be doing.
Yes, it's
and
true.
Sometimes it is a reflection of insecurity, but a lot of the time it is gut feeling. I would credit at least 80% to gut feeling. For you it was gut feeling, for me it was gut feeling. More than it was the fact that we knew that we were not really, you know, not really being 100 in the background. Do you know what I mean? For sure. So always follow your gut feeling, but I think do it in a better way, just like PK said, you know. But also if you did end up in that situation, just own up to it. It's okay. Like, it happened to us. Like, we don't want to be like, do better when we did horribly in that department. Yes, Baba.
All right.
We're wrapping up.
All right.
We're wrapping up with the little human here, guys. He has a bit of the flu, so he's a little bit fussy. But babe, what would you say in conclusion?
In conclusion, would be that what you said, go with the gut feeling, and just talk to your partner. Hopefully, you have a good line of communication with the partner. That's probably another topic that you're gonna have. Communication and how we do it. At the end of the day, but you know, talk. And
in all things, like, you have to get to that point with your partner where they mean more to you than your friends and your rep. Like, you just have to get to that point where actually they are the line. Like, if they're not comfortable, it's not worth it. It's like,
that's your partner.
Okay, guys, I think this was a really fun one for us because we got to throw back a little bit.
Good thing those days are done.
Oh, thank goodness. Oh, God.
Right. Thank you for watching up to this point, guys. Really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribe to the channel. If you have some topics or questions that you do have for us that you want us to talk about on the channel, drop them below, comment. You can even send us DMs on our Instagram. Not guys, to girls. I'm kidding. But yeah, you can. If you want to
Comments,
know
please,
more about
comments.
us, if you haven't watched any of the previous episodes, we're gonna link them up now. Our previous episode, go check that one out. And thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks for watching, you guys. Bye. Say bye.
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 Livers.
Yay! Bye, livers.
We're gonna have a competition about that one.